South Carolina went on the road yesterday to Stanford and pulled out with a 76-71 victory in overtime. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Gamecock Chuck coming at you. Hey, if you guys love women's college basketball, if you guys love Gamecock basketball content, you're in the right spot. Smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, like, share, comment on this video. I'm trying to get this channel to grow, and I need you guys' help. I'm a small YouTube content creator. Help me out, please. Let's get back into this. Yesterday, South Carolina was in a fight for their life yesterday against number 2 Stanford. It was a heavyweight championship bout for the ages. I tell you, it was a great game. I was on the edge of my seat for the most part of it, and it didn't let me down a bit, man. That game could have went either way, and I would have been like in awe because both of these teams were well prepared. Both of these teams are phenomenal athletes. These young ladies can play basketball. I'm a big advocate for women's basketball. I love women's basketball for the Gamecocks. I mean, it's just, ever since, I don't know, probably about 10 years or more, I've been a huge fan of Gamecock women's basketball. And, man, these young ladies don't get near the recognition they deserve, man, for either team, either one of these teams. They don't get the recognition they so rightfully deserves, in my opinion. But either way, back to the game. Like I said, this game was a matchup that just traded blows left and right, man. Stanford came out and they just punched South Carolina and just went punch for punch with them. And Stanford, they got South Carolina's big in trouble. Aaliyah Boston, they got her in foul trouble. So Aaliyah Boston didn't play for most of the first half. So South Carolina had to rely mostly on their bench play. They had to bring Sanaa Fagan off the bench, Letitia Meaher, Cardoza, Watkins, Bree Hall, Sanaa Fagan, Livia Thompson. All these young ladies had to come off the bench and play some very valuable and meaningful minutes for Coach Staley and her staff yesterday. But the good part about that is, South Carolina's bench is very, very deep and very experienced and very well developed. They kept this game from getting way out of reach. The largest lead Stanford had in this game was like 12 points. I think it was 12 or 14. I think it was 12 points. But South Carolina just kept clawing back, man. They never let this game get too out of reach, for them. Never let it, never let this moment get too big for them, especially the young ladies coming off the bench. We had some freshmen in there as well, so they never let this moment get too big for them. Coming out the second half, South Carolina just kept working, kept turning Stanford over, and like I said, they just kept fighting back. And with less than I think it was 2 seconds left on the clock, down 2, South Carolina was able to get the ball in the paint to Leah Boston, and she drove and pulled up and knocked down a jump shot and sent the game to overtime. And coming out of the overtime, South Carolina played better, played some good defense, some scrappy defense, was able to get more loose balls than what they did in the first half, was able to get more rebounds. It was able to start asserting themselves, on the boards, getting the loose balls, like I said, the 50-50 balls, things like that. But take nothing away from Stanford. They're an outstanding team, coached by Coach Vanderveer. Cameron Brink, she had 25 points for Stanford. Haley Jones, she was in double figures. It's just a great team, a well-coached team that Coach Staley and her staff took on yesterday. It gave South Carolina an opportunity to go out there and experience a hostile environment early in the season, give some of these young freshmen, some of these young players some valuable minutes and valuable experience on the road for them that will do wonders, going down the stretch and in the tournament and in the SEC tournament, and then also in the NCAA tournament as well. South Carolina last night was led by Aaliyah Boston. She had 14 points and 13 rebounds, so she got her double-double. I think it was her 63rd double-double of her career, so great job for Boston. Cook, she came on strong, 13 points. Her and Boston basically got majority of their points in the second half because, like I said earlier, Boston got in foul trouble, so she had to sit most of the first half. Cook, she just wasn't hitting early, and but down the stretch, I mean, she played some very, very good ball down the stretch. Was able to get in the paint, get to the line, draw some contact. You know, she just played phenomenal down the stretch. She put her and Leah Boston put the team on their back, and Bree Hall as well. Can't say enough about Bree Hall. She came in there and hit some clutch 3-pointers. You know, when we needed her, she was a big factor of keeping that game close and instead of letting it get out of reach when Boston was in foul trouble. Can't say enough about her, man. She come in there and hit some very clutch shots, some 3-pointers. Sanaya Fagan, she did some good things. She come in there and hit some clutch shots as well to keep the game within reach. But like I said, I mean, it was a phenomenal game by everybody. South Carolina didn't win the rebound margin against Stanford, which here lately they've been struggling against Stanford as far as the rebound, but they got them when they needed to down the stretch. So hats off to the Gamecocks for going in there in a hostile environment, like I said, and pulling away with a victory in overtime, a huge victory early in the season. This is going to be an NCAA tournament rematch. I have a feeling Coach Vanderveer's got a strong team there. Some young players there as well. So this may be, last night may have been a preview of probably the national championship game for this year. I would actually love that. That would be awesome in my opinion. I think when you put two programs like that together. When you put two programs and match them up like that together, it does real good. It does real good stuff for the game of women's basketball. And like I said, I love women's basketball. I like watching it. I like the Gamecocks. I like watching all of them. You know, whoever, if they're on and I'm available, I like watching some women's college basketball. But mainly the Gamecocks. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a huge Gamecock fan. So, but yeah, great win for the Gamecocks last night. They finish up their West Coast game tomorrow night against Cal Poly. So shouldn't be too much of a matchup for the Gamecocks. They should be able to handle that game rather easily, in my opinion. So we shall see. And then they head back home. But like I said earlier, if you like women's basketball, if you like Gamecock women's basketball, you're in the right spot. Smash that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. That way when I put out my content, you guys get notified. Hit that like button, share, comment. Let me know what you guys thought of the game. Let me know what you guys think of this channel. And until next time, hey, thank you guys for watching. Y'all have a blessed day. And like always, until next time, Gamecock Chuck, I'll see you guys around. Go Gamecocks. Yes.